Hey everybody, Ronnie here at the old homestead, the home office. Wanted to talk to you today about just remembering to be careful out there. What I'm going to show today is disturbing. I decided instead of doing the video that I captured, that I'd just do some stills and walk you through that. And the reason why is because I have a little bit more control, and I absolutely am not going to be showing the worst part, although I will explain the worst part that happened because of this. So I was going down I-84 and coincidentally this is right about the same time that the accident happened on I-95 in Pennsylvania a couple days ago. I-95 is shut down for the next few months as far as this goes. Fortunately, this isn't going to shut down I-84, but in some ways it's worse, and I'll explain that. The first picture that I've got up here was my first clue that there was an issue. You can see that traffic is backed up and there's smoke. So at this point I was wondering if they were doing a controlled burn or what, and everyone was just slowed down because of that. Turned out that was not the issue. A little bit further down, and we came across, and I started to see the first signs of actual fire. And still didn't know just how bad this was going to be, but I knew that there was absolutely fire to go with the smoke at this point. The next thing I saw was quite possibly the silliest thing I have seen at all. And that was a fire truck arrived. It was not a regular fire truck. It was clearly the forestry service fire truck. They started immediately getting to work on the fire. They brought their own water source. Of course, there's no water to be had here. This is on a twisty mountain pass on I-85 or I-84 in Oregon, just near in the Blue Mountain Pass area. But they started working on putting the fire out. And so I was wondering what started the fire. There's a train running beside that. I didn't think that would be it. And then I thought, did someone go and throw a cigarette butt out the window? That's a possibility. So then I got around the corner and got my first view of what had caused it, and it was an accident. In this picture, it might be a little hard to see, but you can see the back end, the rear of a flatbed that had turned over. It was carrying a bunch of very, very large pipes, big steel pipes. The truck and trailer went over, and the load securement failed. The pipes flew over the center divider, and you can't see it very well, but it took out a four-wheeler. I can hope that the person in that four-wheeler survived. But I had a good look at it as I went by, and there's not a lot of hope. So, got closer, and here you can actually see the four-wheeler. It does look like the police are there. They're waving us through. There's, of course, the truck and trailer, the truck and the flatbed are blocking the entire road. We had to, there was enough shoulder and not paved shoulder on the side to let us squeeze by. And so they were waving us through there. And here we can see what's left of the truck and trailer. Sorry about the quality here. It turns out that I picked just the time when it started to sprinkle and didn't realize, I didn't know that there was so many drops in front of the camera right then. But the truck is done. Behind it, the car is done. And I'm guessing the fire was caused by the steel pipes either scraping across the road surface or hitting against one another, throwing off some sparks and starting the fire. I understand they did get the fire under control. You can see there's one ambulance right there. They didn't have the person in the ambulance yet that they were there for. I don't know how bad it was. I didn't get a good look at the person. I didn't want to. But there are two things that could have caused this issue. Both of them were on the driver of the flatbed. Number one is the load shifted and caused this. Load shouldn't have shifted. The flatbedder should have had it secured and stopped periodically to verify that the chains and or straps that were securing the load were still tight. I'm not going to call myself an expert flatbedder. I've gone through the training, that's it. But there's no excuse for not stopping and checking your straps and chains. The second possibility, and I was going down this road, I saw how people were driving, and this is absolutely another possibility. A strong possibility. And that's that he was taking the curve with too much speed. This is, a mountain pass. In the mountain passes, there are lots of curves. They're tight, there are always signs that say what the recommended speed is, and I take that recommended speed and drop it another 5 miles per hour every single time, because that's a recommended speed put up there for four-wheelers, and we are a lot more top heavy. This is a situation where I think, from what I saw, that the flatbedder was carrying too much speed for the situation. Okay, he was not driving for the conditions. Now, in all fairness, it hadn't been raining. The road surface was clear. It was dry. You can see right here, the pavement is not very old. It was actually in really good condition. But you have to go and drive for the conditions, and even in the best conditions, these mountain twisties, you have to slow it down. You have to slow it down more than they do in the four-wheelers. I don't know if the driver was hurt or killed. I don't know if he hurt or killed the person or people in the four-wheeler. But this is something that was avoidable under either of the scenarios that I mentioned. If it was the load losing it that caused this, that could have very easily been taken care of by double checking your securement. If it was too much speed that caused this, then it's a situation where that could have been taken care of by slowing down and taking the curves seriously. There's a possibility, I'll throw this out there, that we were in the mountains, but we weren't going up a steep grade. So we weren't going down a steep grade. The fact is, we were going up a little bit, and so having a brake issue was not what caused this. All right, that was a phone call. That was a driver that was asking for advice on how to get to where he needs to go, and he was about to take the wrong route, that's for sure. But anyhow, sorry this video has been a bit of a downer. I do appreciate you watching, and if you have any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section below. And if you have an interest in joining Super Ego, give me a call. My number will be I'm not going to push that. I'm not going to try and profit in any way off of this video. But if you do have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.